Vodka can be made from corn, or wheat, or rye, or grapes, or potatoes. Even leftover liquid from making cheese. Almost anything with sugar or starch can become vodka. But here's the strange part. No matter what you start with, you end up with the same thing. A clear liquid made of just two things, alcohol and water. So how does a potato and a piece of wheat end up as the same drink? Let's find out. Let's clear up a big myth. Most people think vodka comes from potatoes. It doesn't. Big brands like Smirnov, Absolute, and Tito's are made from grain, wheat, corn, or rye. Potato vodka does exist, but it's a small, expensive category. Why grain? It's cheaper. It's easier to work with. And it makes more alcohol per pound than potatoes, which are mostly water. Grapes work too. CROC is made from grapes. Even cheesemaking waste can be turned into vodka. Basically, if something has sugar or starch, someone has probably tried to turn it into vodka. Raw grain can't just turn into alcohol. First, it needs to be cooked into a thick mixture called mash. Then enzymes are added. These enzymes break big starch molecules into small sugar molecules. Think of it like cutting a long rope into tiny pieces, so yeast can actually use it. Next comes yeast. Yeast eats the sugar and turns it into alcohol and carbon dioxide. After a few days, you get a weak, rough liquid, only about 8 to 15% alcohol. It tastes bad. Nobody drinks this part. It's just a step on the way to real vodka. Now the liquid goes into a tall machine, called a column still. This step heats the liquid again and again to pull out the alcohol and remove the flavor. Here's the surprising part. No matter what you started with corn, potatoes, grapes, every distillery stops at almost the same point, around 96% alcohol. That's not a choice. It's just science. Alcohol and water can't be separated past that point using normal distilling. It's a hard limit for everyone. This is also why different vodkas taste so similar. This heavy distilling process removes almost all the flavor from the original ingredient. What's left is nearly pure alcohol, no matter what it started as. So if distilling already removes most of the flavor, why do bottles always brag about filtering? Blame one man, Pyotr Smirnov. In the 1800s, he filtered his vodka through charcoal and marketed it as pure and premium. It worked so well that charcoal filtering became the standard for the whole industry. Charcoal filtering does clean up small impurities, but by this point, there usually isn't much flavor left to remove. So when a label says filtered 7 times, that's often more about marketing than actual taste. The last steps are simple. That strong 96% alcohol is too harsh to drink. So it gets mixed with water to bring it down to the normal 40% you see on the shelf. Then it's filtered one more time, poured into bottles, labeled, and shipped to stores. So here's the real story. Corn, wheat, potatoes, grapes, different starting points, different marketing stories. But because of that 96% limit, and because heavy distilling strips away most of the original flavor, almost every vodka ends up the same. Alcohol and water. The ingredient is the marketing. The science is the product.